Okay, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Bill Levinson, Managing Partner with Levinson and Associates. We have a special webinar this week. As always, as you know, we try to pick a hot new topic, concept, product, carrier, anything that will help you bring your business to the next level. You know, the whole point of these weekly training webinars is so you don't have to go out there and surf through different websites and newsletters and e-blasts and mailers. And we basically grab anything that's hot and exciting and wrap it up in a 45-minute package and have a live training webinar just for your convenience. So that's the point of all of these. And if you have any good ideas, comments, good or bad, please don't hesitate to let us know, okay? That's how we make these programs bigger and better for our agents. So always feel free to share, even on our Levinson Facebook page, or, of course, send us an email or pick up the phone and call us whenever convenient for you. So, yes, we have a special webinar this week. We're going to talk about impaired risk, virtually guaranteed issue, and straight up guaranteed issue, term, whole life, critical illness, disability, accidental death plans, basically all of the above. So the whole point of this is so you can sit back and know, no matter what client that you come across, I don't care what health condition they're in, you have a solution for them, okay? Even if you're working, you know, B and C leads and the clients are just not healthy, or maybe they're not in that prime target age range, no problem. We now have a solution where you can make big commissions and even renewals. Okay, so take out a pen and paper, jot down any questions, and we can answer those after the presentation. But as we go through the webinar, you're going to have some aha moments where you say, you know, I have a client that'll fit perfect for this. I want to give them a call after the presentation. Or you might have some new marketing ideas to say, hey, I can buy a list, you know, for pennies on the dollar that will cater to this product, you know, perfectly. So just kind of, you know, use your head as we go and make sure you write down those notes, because we all know what you don't write down, you probably will forget, okay? Especially the older we get. I just turned 42, so that's happening a little more often now. No. Everything, things couldn't be better, but make sure you jot down any notes for yourself, and then, of course, for questions that come up after the fact. Okay, we have Joseph Loughran, our Marketing Vice President, and then we have our special consultant for impaired risk, guaranteed issue type products, Jason, who's also on the call with us today. And, you know, I'm going to also mention a few things. It's so important. You know, yesterday we had our annual NALBA conference down here in South Florida. It's basically anyone who's anyone in the life insurance brokerage industry is at this conference. And, you know, everything is going well in the industry. You know, there's a lot of talk about products that are smaller face amount and how, you know, client driven, where there's no agent involvement. So basically like products that are parked on your website or on your social media, and how the younger generation basically wants to run a quote, apply online, and then boom, a policy is mailed to their doorstep. So we have a solution for that side of the business as well, where our agents, okay, Levinson active agents, get full credit, commissions plus renewals. So, you know, that was kind of the theme of the meeting, and it's so important to know that Levinson has you covered. Okay, yes, for that, you know, traditional paper application, of course, we are there. We've been there since 1972. And then e-applications, drop tickets, selling over the phone, even client-driven life insurance sales, we have you covered there as well. So I just wanted to point that out. And, you know, you talk about change and you look at the younger generation and, you know, how they prefer to do business. Everything is just set up with a click and through their cell phone. And, you know, we have been there literally for years now. So always know that we're behind the wheel, and if there's new technology, if there's a new product, and if there's a way we can develop a product, which we did with Lightning Term, we are always one step ahead. And a perfect example on how, we always need to look to see what's next, and that's from a carrier standpoint, agent side, and an IMO side. Okay, it's so important. And here's perfect proof in the pudding, so to speak. So, I'm sitting back here now. Just think about 20 years ago in our business, right? You think about what's going on, the way it was. Things were done with a legal pad and a rate book and a briefcase. I mean, that's the way life insurance business was conducted. So who would ever think, fast forward 20 years, I'm sitting back here and I get an email I'm an Amazon Prime member. I get an email that says, we want to wish you a happy Thanksgiving, and print out this email and you will get 20% off a turkey at Whole Foods through your Amazon Prime membership. And you can click here for delivery. So basically, click here to purchase, and we will deliver the turkey to your doorstep Thanksgiving morning. Okay? Think back 20 years. That would have never that wasn't even in our vocabulary, okay, to think along those lines. So, the point I'm trying to make is look how far that we've come in just 20 years. Look at how our industry has changed and shifted in just 20 years, okay? The point behind all of this is we always need to see what's next. And if it involves a little bit of change on our part for a new product, a new concept, a new way to sell an insurance policy, so be it. Let's make sure that we're always in front of the curve. And we will do just that. Okay, exactly what I said. We'll be there and we'll show you the way, but you have to be open to it and make those changes. And if it involves a training or a webinar, so be it. That's going to help change your business for the better. But just always be aware of all these things going on around us and make sure you're one step ahead. Okay, moving forward here, top impaired risk companies. And what we did is I sat down with Joe and we basically went through all of our products and carriers, and we wanted to sort through what's impaired risk, what's traditional, and then we wanted to give you a 100-foot overview to show what options you have available for critical illness, disability, accidental life, final expense, and then, of course, your traditional life insurance products like what you're seeing in front of you. So everything that you're looking at, these are our typical impaired risk outlets, okay? Now, the days of U.S. Financial are gone. There's no more straight impaired risk type companies, okay? But we do have some carrier niches. For example, Lincoln Financial, they will shave up to 3 tables and give you a placeable standard non-tobacco for all clients up to age 70 on permanent products. So, I mean, that's huge. You talk about, you can have a client that, let's say, is with another carrier, let's say Pacific Life, for example, and they just got rated table 3, their premium is $500 a month. You can come in and quote them standard non-tobacco and literally save them 60-70% on their premium. Do you think you're going to get the case and become a superhero? Absolutely. Okay, tobacco users, they will give you non-smoker, so will Prudential. These are things you need to know for impaired risk. Principal Financial Group has a table shave program, okay? Also, they will shave off flat extras up to $5 million age 70. That's huge, okay? Another great impaired risk outlet. Mutual of Omaha has a table credit program for all term insurance. Now, that's rare because most of these special programs are with permanent insurance only. So again, Mutual of Omaha table credit program for term insurance. Also, they're the only company that will give marijuana users standard non-smoker rates. That is priceless. You talk about marketing ideas. I mean, especially if you're in Colorado, California, what a great niche here. Okay, so just jot that one down. That could be big. AIG, table shave program on UL products, and they have a conversion shave program. So again, just think about these niches. And when you're working on your next case, especially if a competitor is already talking to this same client, you can come in and beat out premiums by 20 to 70%, depending on the program. Also, I'll mention, it's not on here, John Hancock has that quit smoking incentive program. They will give you a standard non-tobacco rate for a cigarette smoker. Okay, now you have to prove in a few years that the client quit smoking and take a urine specimen test. Okay, but do you think you're going to beat out your competition by giving a cigarette smoker non-smoker rates? Absolutely. So again, keep this stuff in the back of your mind. We're also going to send out some examples. We'll send an email to everybody that's on today's call. We'll include some great flyers and give you everything that you need to know and everything that we're going over on today's call. Okay, next up, we're going to talk about straight guaranteed issue life and final expense carriers and products. So on the left side is, we call this straight up guaranteed issue, where as long as you have a pulse, you have a policy. It's that simple. Guaranteed issue AIG up to $25,000 to age 85. Gerber Life, I met with them yesterday in person. In fact, the president of the life distribution side was at NALBA, and they are coming out with a client-driven guaranteed issue life product. So you talk about big stuff, also in the process of approving our scholarship program. So very, very excited about Gerber. Great Western up to $50,000 up to age 80. Kemper up to $25,000 to age 80, and United Home Life at the bottom up to $10,000 to age 75. Now, if you need to combine or stack any of these, we can do that as well. But again, there's no client that you should turn your back on. We have an outlet for everyone. On the right side, we have final expense and graded type policies. Now, with graded policies, we call that virtually guaranteed issue. It's basically a few gatekeeper questions, and if you can answer those no, you are good to go. So that's a list of the carriers: Oxford, UHL, Liberty Bankers, Foresters, Transamerica, Mutual of Omaha, Starmount, Americo, Phoenix, NGL, Fidelity Life, and Assurity. So I'm also going to mention this. A handful of these carriers come with our scholarship platform at no extra charge. Okay, so again, if you're out there marketing, you're not just marketing a final expense product to seniors. Okay, you're now talking to a grandparent, okay, about a whole life policy for their grandchild and throwing in one free year scholarship. That is priceless. You talk about, you're competing against other agents. Imagine the leg up you're going to have, okay? Even if they like the other agent better, they're going to go with you every time because of the value-added proposition there. You're not just marketing life insurance anymore. You're now talking about helping a grandchild with their college tuition. That's huge. That allows you to wear a whole nother hat. Speaking of that, we made up these free, Ask Me About free scholarships. They're these magnetic pins that we have our agents wear. I mean, they love them. They literally go grocery shopping. They put the pin on. They're working home shows. The pin is on, and it creates a conversation. So as we all are insurance agents, that's all we want, is to spark a question, which leads to a conversation, which leads to the sale. So if you're interested in those pins, they are free for our active agents. Just let me know, and we will mail those out to you. Okay, so the main reason for today's call is our brand new Term to 100. This is virtually guaranteed issue from a good friend of mine, Jason, who's been in the industry a long time. So we couldn't be any happier to feature Jason and his brand new Term to 100 product. I think everyone's going to learn a great deal and have a great new niche product that you can sell as early as this afternoon. Jay?
Great. Thanks, Bill. I appreciate the introduction. I'm really excited to announce a new Prime Life Term to Age 100 product. We have a lot of information to cover in the next about 15 minutes. This product is being marketed by Prosperity Life, an A- rated company underwritten through SBLI USA. This product is a perfect fit and was really developed for the agents that are really experiencing a challenge working with some of their clients that have pretty significant adverse medical or background history. The ability to provide $30,000 dollars in life insurance protection quickly without any, invasive underwriting, extended lengthy underwriting, APSs. Literally point of sale, you will have an underwriting decision within minutes. It's about a 25-minute sales process start to finish. No extended lengthy underwriting, quick and immediate. That's what our agents were looking for. At first, I want to talk about the key features and benefits, why you should sell Prime Life Term, how it's different than other guaranteed issued and final expense products in the marketplace. I also want to touch on underwriting, state approvals, and the sales process. And literally, we put a sales process together that gives the agent the option of submitting the application whichever way they choose to transact business, which is very important. Most guaranteed issue and final expense plans are whole life plans. Okay, so the rates with Prime Life Term on average are going to be 10% lower to that of your guaranteed issue products. The product currently is available in about 40 states. It'll be available fairly soon as well in New York. At the current time, it's not yet available in New York or Texas. I'll show you a state availability list here in just a minute. But great news, majority of states are available for sale immediately. This is a 3-year graded Prime Life Term product. So you can see in the first year, if the insured were to pass away as a result other than an accident, the beneficiary would receive the premium plus a 15% return. And as applicable, you could also see as illustrated years 2 or 3. Again, if the insured dies in the graded period as a result of an accident, 100% of the death benefit would be payable to the beneficiary. At the 4th year policy anniversary, the policy grades up to 100% of the death benefit. The issue ages are ages 40 to 80. Most guaranteed issued and final expense products, as you know it, start at a minimum, issue age of age 50. So how about the individuals 40 to 50 that cannot qualify again because of their medical history or background for, more of your mainstream middle market traditional term plans? This is an ideal fit for that individual. Literally, there's only 3 pre-qualifying questions. As long as the insured can answer no to those questions, in all likelihood, they should be approved for Prime Life Term. Currently, we're experiencing placement rates just over 90% with this plan, and within 25 minutes, the agent's receiving an immediate underwriting decision while they're on the phone with the insured. It's that quick and easy. Coverage amounts maximum, male and female, up to $30,000. This plan is unique because, again, this is a term plan. I want to emphasize that again. This is not a whole life plan. We're not throwing you into whole life rates. This is a 20-year term plan. At age of enrollment, you have to be ages 40 through 80. And you can assign any increment of protection up to $30,000. No policy fees. Furthermore, there's absolutely no chargebacks for death or lapsation within the first 2 years, which is very different than other products as well. There's a death or the policy lapses within the first 2 years, most companies will charge back commissions as a result. Okay, so no policy fees, no chargebacks for death or lapsation within the first 2 years. And appreciate your patience. I'm purposely reiterating those points of features and benefits that I think are most important to emphasize. You can see as illustrated the rate chart. We also have an online quote calculator as you connect with Levinson Associates to get contracted, which is all done electronically very quickly. You will receive access to an online quote calculator and the electronic application system. And in just a few minutes, we'll talk about the sales process. Literally, there's 3 options of the way that you can submit business, just depending upon which is best suited for you and your clients. For example, to illustrate a quote, a 40-year-old that wants the maximum, $30,000 in protection, would be $39.84 times 30 units of 1,000. So essentially just multiply $39.84 times 30, and that gives you your annualized premium. Again, no policy fee. Furthermore, we'll look at the modal factor if you want to illustrate, the monthly rate. So the insurer can pay monthly, quarterly, semi-annually, or annually. They can use a credit card, debit card. They can even, use, a money order. Okay, if they're paying monthly, though, that's an immediate monthly auto withdrawal from their checking or savings account. So they have a bunch of different options on how they're going to pay the premium. Okay, so after you get the annualized premium, you would just multiply the annualized premium by 0.09 to give you your monthly premium rate. To the left-hand side of the current slide, I'm illustrating the 3 specific pre-qualifying questions, and literally, this is it. Okay, the insured has to be a U.S. citizen and have a permanent resident green card. If they are currently requiring daily assistance with living, as you can see, more than likely they would not qualify for this plan if within the past 2 years. Also, if the insured's been diagnosed with most forms of cancer, heart attack, they've had heart surgery, Alzheimer's or dementia within the past 2 years, okay, diagnosed within the past 2 years, they would not qualify. If an individual is diagnosed with cancer beyond 2 years and they're on, some medications or going through their daily treatment, more than likely they're going to qualify for this plan. Individuals, again, with an adverse, background history. Individuals with high blood pressure, diabetes, AIDS, HIV. These individuals would also be approved for Prime Life Term. An individual that has been advised by a licensed medical professional that their life expectancy is less than 24 months would also not qualify for the plan. So literally, these are your only 3 pre-qualifying questions in addition to being a U.S. citizen. All the materials that we're illustrating today, again, just to reiterate, will be available through Levinson and Associates. Okay, let's look at slide number 2 out of 3. I also want to mention you can assign an accidental death benefit rider to equal the total face amount. Okay, so if your client is enrolling for $20,000 in protection, you would assign up to $20,000 of the ADB rider. For not that much more, you can see the unit cost broke down, and over the course of a month, semi-annually or annually, it's really not that much more, and you're providing additional benefit to your clients. And in most states, we also have built in the accelerated death benefit rider. Okay, let's go to slide 2 out of 3, or 2 out of 4, I apologize, and you can see the current state approval chart. Great news, this product's available to be submitted both electronically or even through a paper application. Most of you probably do business electronically, even if you're face-to-face with your client using a tablet or a phone device. Great news again, this product is connected as well to that technology through a voice signature process. Okay, so I'll scroll down and you can see, again, most states are approved for both the voice and paper application sales process. Texas and New York, again, should be approved shortly, as well as some of the other states that are currently not approved. Okay, so let's move over to slide 3 out of 4. And this is just a copy of an application, pretty standard and uniform to most applications. We're going to spend a few minutes just discussing the sale. The Prime Life Term product can be sold or interacted over the phone, okay, unseen. You could be in one state, hypothetically, if you're licensed. Your client could be within the same state or in another state altogether. Okay, so basically you're inputting the insured's contact information, beneficiary information, payment information. You're answering the 3, health questions. If it's a replacement, the application has to be submitted through a paper application, not electronically if it's a replacement. I suspect we probably won't see too many replacements, but certainly there's that option. Okay, so the 3 different options to submit the Prime Life Term application are over the phone through the electronic application, which is supported with voice signature. More or less what happens, within about a 20-minute process, the agent completes the electronic application with the insured over the phone. After the agent completes the application, there's going to be an 800 number that pops up. Essentially, the agent will then connect themselves and their clients to a third-party underwriter through optical underwriting, which, by the way, is available 7 days a week. You can connect very quickly with an underwriter to complete the phone interview. And that is about a 7-minute process. The agents, or the underwriter, I apologize, is going to confirm the agent's name they're speaking to, their relationship and association to the insured. And then the underwriter is going to ask the insured just some questions about their medical history. Very quickly ping an RX and an MIB, report. So this data is going to be uploaded literally within seconds. They do not review a motor vehicle report. Okay, point being, within minutes, definitively, the underwriter will be able to deliver, the immediate underwriting decision. So one and done within literally a 25-minute process. Second option to submit business is through a paper application. Some of you still may submit paper applications, and that's perfectly fine to do so. After you complete the paper application, whether you're with the client or not, and that application can be mailed, it can be faxed or emailed to the company, but you probably submit it through Levinson and Associates. But also, voice signature is available on a paper application. So essentially, after you complete the paper application, you would call the same 800 number to Aptical Underwriting, conference in your client and the underwriter, and complete the voice signature process just as if you were submitting an electronic application. Okay. The third option is to complete the paper application, submit it to the company, and then expect an underwriting decision within 72 hours of the company receiving the application. Okay, so if you're not as concerned about an immediate underwriting decision, you can go to the conventional process. I will tell you that a large majority of our business right now is being transacted through Aptical Underwriting because the agent and insured, wants the immediate underwriting decision. So 3 different ways, to submit business. You choose the best, sales process that works within your business. I also want to illustrate a slide here. We also have consumer-directed marketing materials. So, you could send out these marketing materials directly to the consumer, to your clients, directly to them, and put this together in a email or perhaps a direct marketing campaign, whatever you choose. So certainly we can provide you with full support when it comes to marketing resources and collateral. So to reiterate, prime life term to age 100. Significant differences here. Issue ages start at age 40. Go all the way up to age 80. Okay, this could be sold as well as a final expense plan. This is really the only term plan I know of in the marketplace. Guaranteed issue type of product. Only 3 pre-qualifying questions, no policy fees. The rates on average, again, are going to be 10% lower to that of a guaranteed issue product. No chargebacks within the first 2 years on death or lapsation, which is significant. 3 different ways you can submit business. This, by the way, the individual, your client, can keep this protection to age 100. So even outside of the initial 20-year term, they will have this protection in force. The only thing is each year they would lose, after the 20th year, they would lose a percentage of the death benefit to age 100, okay, to a minimum of 5%. You're probably going to ask, well, what percentage would the insured lose each year? This is clearly illustrated within the insured's policy contract, okay, but it's uniform, pretty standard. Each year they'll lose a percentage of the death benefit just after the 20th, year. The premium would stay level, from day one. Again, Prime Life terms available in just about every state. We have all the marketing resources and tools to make you successful selling Prime Life term. There should be additional states here approved shortly. Levinson Associates will have all these marketing materials available to you. I encourage you to connect with Levinson Associates to start the e-contracting process so you can start selling Prime Life term right away. So I appreciate your time this afternoon, and I hope you're as excited as I am to introduce and roll out the new Prime Life term impaired risk product. Guys, have a great afternoon and a great weekend. Thank you.
Great stuff, Jay. Thank you so much. And you know what he can't talk about, and what's on top of all of our minds, as we know, is the commission. So, you would think to yourself, a virtually guaranteed issue term product must pay, 20, 30% commission. And the answer is, okay, this commission is comparable to a 10, 15-year traditional term plus renewals. Okay, so again, we're going to send out an email to everyone after we end the call. We'll include contracting, flyers, everything that you need to know, and then for your commission level, just let us know and we will shoot you an email. And you can also, if you have any downline agents, they have a full grid, so you can also bring in a downline underneath your level as well. And keep in mind, there's only a handful of IMOs that have access to this product. So this is a great way to bring in some downline agents as well. So just let us know, and obviously we'll get you up and running. Okay, moving forward, what we did is we put together a page on our website. Okay, if you hover over marketing, it will say final expense and guaranteed issue whole life, and you'll see on the left and right side we have a listing of all of the carriers, and then you'll see brochures and marketing pieces for you and your clients, and of course you'll see the new prime term as well. So everything at your fingertips on KerryLevinson.com. Okay, next up, Joe is going to take the wheel, and we're going to dive into all other guaranteed issue and virtually guaranteed issue products. Now, it's important that you have a finger on this because you're going to come across that client that maybe was just declined, or maybe they have some serious health issues, and now you'll have all of the options right here to discuss with them. Okay, much rather than turning away on a client. Okay, obviously provide a solution. You're helping the client, and you're also making, whatever, 50 to 100% commission, where in the past you had nowhere to turn. So this is all important stuff here. Okay, Joe will take it from here, and then we'll end with a few new incentives and some other great information to end the week. Joe?
Yeah, thanks, Bill. So the first product I want to talk about, which is a virtually guaranteed issue product, is a graded death benefit term and whole life through National Western. This is great for clients who have been declined. We use this very often. You'll see a very liberal height and weight chart. We can even go up to $150,000 of coverage, both 10 and 20-year term, as well as whole life coverage, and this is issued up to age 75. So we will be emailing out all the details, but just like Bill said, a great product to kind of have in your back pocket for any of those clients that are rated or even get declined. We have a great option. Also, the next slide here, I've actually got 2 guaranteed issue critical illness policies. This comes up very often, especially when agents are selling a high deductible health plan. You need critical illness. A lot of times if that client has some other medical issues or maybe they didn't get approved, you want to at least get them some sort of coverage. So really have 2 options here. The first is the Metal Gap product issued up to age 64. Of course, your critical illness coverage is going to cover any life-threatening cancer, heart attack, kidney failure, stroke, coma, coronary artery bypass, and if the client loses sight or speech or hearing. So a great product to have. This one actually goes all the way up to $7,500 of coverage. The great thing about this product is it has a consumer-driven e-application, so it's actually part of our Sell While You Sleep platform. Not only do we give you a free agent website to have an online presence, but this is one of the products, just like our Lightning Issue Term product, where you can put it on your website. Clients can run quotes, apply for coverage. Literally while you're sleeping, you get an email notification that they've applied for coverage. So great product to have in your back pocket. Another brand new guaranteed issue CI product is through Colorado Bankers. This one actually goes up to $15,000 of coverage. Very similar in coverage amounts, but you'll see that depending on the critical illness, there is a different breakdown of what percentage of the benefit is paid out. So your invasive cancer, heart attack, stroke, those clients are going to get 100% of the benefit. If it's major heart surgery or angioplasty, that coverage amount gets reduced. But some great options for both Colorado Bankers and that Metal Gap product. Now, disability is something that we normally think about as a client having to really have a good medical background, not too many issues in order to get covered. And we actually have 2 great impaired risk DI products. The one on the left-hand side of the screen, this is a graded death benefit disability product. You can actually go up to $15,000 of coverage, level premiums to age 65. What's so great is this product, we've had clients been rated even decline for disability products, we go right to this product. It's called Easy Select. So it's a great product to have in your back pocket, especially if somebody has some medical issues. There's no exams or blood work, up to $13,000 of a monthly benefit. And you can actually choose 1, 2, 3, or 5-year benefit period. So great product to have. On the right-hand side, a very similar style product through Assurity. This is their going to be their impaired risk disability product. You can write this one all the way up to age 60, and you can go up to $15,000 a monthly benefit. We have a couple more options here based on the elimination class and the occupation class, but it is guaranteed renewable to age 65. So for those clients that have some medical issues, normally we kind of rule out disability. We have 2 great options to use, both with Assurity and the Easy Select product. Also, one category that often gets overlooked if a client's declined for a larger death benefit policy, even up to $1 million of coverage, is accidental death. Most of these accidental death applications have 1 or 2 questions on it. They're virtually guaranteed issue. I mean, really, there's no medical questions. Most of this is going to be related to their occupation, but I want to go over some great options. At the top, Mutual of Omaha, up to $500,000. Now, what's great about this product, you can add a ROP rider. So if that client doesn't use that benefit and doesn't die as a result of an accident, they're going to get return or premium back at the end of that product's term. So a great product to use. Assurity, just beneath that e-application, they have a same-day issue guarantee if you do an e-app. If that policy doesn't get issued the same day, they actually send you $100 to basically say that they're sorry. But we haven't had any scenarios where they haven't issued the policy the exact same day. So a great product to have. Just beneath that star amount, we can go up to $1 million of accidental death coverage. This is also part of that Sell While You Sleep platform I mentioned. You can actually have a consumer-driven e-app right on your own agent website. Clients can go run the quotes, apply for coverage. Just beneath that, we also have Gerber Life and Foresters, both with e-applications. So a really, really great way to kind of have a backup for those larger style policies where a client gets declined. One great tool that I think is very, very important to have when it comes to, especially talking about underwriting and rated cases, is a software system that we've had on our website for several years now. It's called X-Ray, and I'm going to actually run through a quick demo of how this platform works, but this is available absolutely no cost for every single agent that is active with Levinson and Associates. And basically what X-Ray is it's an online platform that allows you to enter in all of your clients' medical information, and then based on those medical impairments or even a height and weight chart that you enter into the system, it will actually tell you in real time which carrier is best for your client. It's not only going to show you the rating, but it's also going to show you, which health class they're going to fall into and what the premium is for that selected rate class, which is especially important because sometimes, depending on the carrier, a table 1 or a table 2 might price better than a standard or vice versa. So we need to know those premiums in every single one of these scenarios. So this is by far one of the best tools to use to save time and to also increase your placement ratio. Nobody is really ever enjoyed getting an underwriting answer back and having a high rate extra. So if we can actually use this tool, and what we've seen is by doing a little more field underwriting and using this X-Ray online underwriting tool, you can kind of pre-qualify that client and make sure you're using the best carrier out there. I will mention you're not only going to be able to access published underwriting guidelines, but also unpublished underwriting guidelines and reinsurance manuals are actually programmed into the software. So great tool to be able to do some really advanced underwriting work in literally just a couple of minutes. So it all starts by accessing this tool through CarrieLevinson.com. You can enter in the client's basic information, their height and weight, their tobacco usage. You can also put in blood pressure, cholesterol, and then it has a very intuitive system where you can enter in a specific medical issue. So for example, if I put that my client is a diabetic, it's going to ask me when they were diagnosed, what type of medication they're on, what's the A1C level, and then it's going to run through those different scenarios and tell me which carrier is best for that client. So in this example, you'll see on the left-hand side, I've got different carriers and different ratings. It's showing me which carrier can offer table 2, table 3, which carrier is going to offer all the way up to a table 6, and which carriers are not going to be able to offer on this client. And then I can actually pick what type of product I want, whether it's term or universal life, whether I want 10-year, 15-year, 20-year, return of premium, universal life, and what it will do is then tell me the pricing for every single one of those products. So a very unique tool, very streamlined, very efficient, and we use this in the office every single day. It really helps with placement ratio and really helps you kind of informally shop the entire marketplace without ever having to actually get a physical application until you know which carrier to go to for that specific product. So we will be sending out some additional training videos to walk you through using that X-ray system, but definitely I recommend checking it out right on that website. Again, it's on CarrieLevinson.com, right underneath that underwriting tab.
Okay, great stuff, Joe. Yeah, and again, take advantage of all this stuff. I mean, these are resources that cost us big dollars to make sure that they're on our platform for all of our agents. So obviously we don't charge anything, but take advantage of these tools, and especially it's going to make your life a lot easier. Okay, so we are the only Gerber agency in the country to have this incentive program going on right now until the end of the month here. So first-time Gerber agents write 2 apps, get $100 cash above and beyond your typical commission. So if you're an existing agent, you need to write 3, okay, and then all agents can write 5, okay, cases, including either or the grow-up plan or the guaranteed issue life plan. So great contest here, way to make a few extra bucks for the holidays. The best part is we are working on, we're just about done, okay? We will have the only scholarship platform available with Gerber in the country, okay? And that's probably a week or 2 away. So you're going to be able to package in guaranteed issue life insurance with a 1 free year scholarship, and in my opinion, that will be the ultimate slam dunk, okay? So remember, you heard it from me on this day. You will see this through an e-blaster training in the next week or 2. Also, I'm going to mention this. They will also be the first client-driven guaranteed issue life product as well. So that's going to be, long story short, you get appointed with us, or if you're already appointed, we'll give you a custom link. You'll put that link on your Facebook page or on your website. The client can click the link, sign up, policy gets emailed or mailed right to the client's doorstep. You get full commissions and renewals. So great stuff there from Gerber. And I promise you in the very near future, that will be your go-to for guaranteed issue whole life insurance. Okay, impaired risk iPad contest. So we just put this together for this training today, and this is pretty simple here. If you have an impaired risk case, minimum $5,000 premium, as soon as it places and everything is in force, we mail you out the brand new iPad mini 16 gig, again, just in time for the holidays. If you have a case that you think will qualify, just let us know, or if you have something you're working on, just send me an email and we will get this mailed out to you. Okay, our agent training events. Now, these are so important. And by the way, we're done in probably 3 or 4 minutes here. So just about finished with the training, but I think it's so important. You know, you hear about our agency automator where you get 1,000 leads per month for free. You know, and it sounds great, but maybe you haven't checked it out yet. Maybe there's a lot of moving parts, you think, or that it's you have to be tech savvy to figure out how to use the platform. And the truth is you really don't. What you do have to do, and I encourage this, sit in on one of our live trainings, okay? We host these twice a week, every Tuesday and Thursday at 2 p.m. Eastern Time, and it's a chance that you could see the platform, you can ask questions. The goal is by the time you're done with the training that you're comfortable and you're willing to launch the platform and start retrieving your leads. And it's so simple. It's basically on the left side a CRM tool that runs all of your clients and prospects and tells you, you know, whose birthday's coming up, who is eligible for conversion. You can use all of our marketing pieces. They're in a library that you can literally click, drag, and drop. Your logo, your phone number, everything is included in the marketing pieces. It's a great way to keep your name in front of your clients, which these days is crucial. I mean, just think about like the Amazon, you know, Prime members with this turkey for Thanksgiving. All that is touch pinpoint marketing, which is the same thing Agency Automator does, but for your insurance clients and prospects. So it's that same mindset, okay? And this platform is available free. So the left side is your CRM tool. The right side, that's where you're going to go into our database. We have millions and millions of clients to choose from, and you can retrieve 1,000 names, numbers, addresses, and email, okay, every single month, no charge for active agents. So definitely worth your time. Agency Automator, Tuesday and Thursday, 2 p.m. Eastern. That's every week, by the way. Agency Automator Plus, same exact platform, but that's used for recruiting. So now this allows you to go in, use all of our marketing pieces, okay, and you can send out e-blasts, and then you're going to recruit agents to your own downline. Just say, hey, Bill, I want to make 10% on Jennifer Smith and bring her in my downline. Great. You sit back, track everything, make all of your overrides. It's a win-win. Everyone's happy. All you did was make the initial introduction. That's it. So Agency Automator Plus, if you want to listen in on those trainings, that's every Monday and Wednesday, 2 p.m. Eastern Time. Same concept, just instead of a database of millions of clients and consumers, it's a database of hundreds of thousands of licensed agents to choose from, but same exact concept. On the bottom there, Principal Financial Group, awesome company on the life and DI side. They now have a simplified issue up to $1 million. Also a brand new e-app on their DI side. They're going to do a full walkthrough on the 21st, 12 p.m. Eastern Time. Now I will say this, white collar DI, Principal is your go-to. Best premium, best coverage. You should definitely think Principal when it comes to white collar disability. Okay, next up, and again, we're just about done. I promise you, I'm not dragging this out any longer, but this is well worth your time. This will change your year single-handedly. This training will change 2018 for you, I promise. Okay, and you're going to have to see me or talk to me after the training, and I have to stick by my words and promise you that this will be well worth every minute spent. I don't care how busy you are. Okay, jot this down. We brought in Joe Ross, okay, best speaker in the industry, or one of the best, in my opinion. Okay, we brought him in, and he agreed to do a 3-part training series just exclusively for the Levinson agents. So you do not want to miss any one of these 3. This will change your career path, okay, if you're a life insurance agent, for the better, I promise you. November 30th, 2 p.m. Eastern is number 1. We're going to talk about life insurance you don't have to die to use. Now, he doesn't just talk about this topic. He's going to give you all the ins and outs, the pluses and minuses, everything going on in our industry. In fact, he was just the keynote speaker at the NALBA meeting, which I just got back from yesterday. Now, he killed it, okay, in front of literally, we had over 1,000 attendees. The guy is awesome. So you don't want to miss the first one, November 30th, okay? That's right around the corner. The second one, right after Valentine's Day, February 15th, 2 p.m. Eastern Time. He's talking about life insurance strategies in a changing tax environment. He's going to give you all kinds of sales ideas and concepts. Now, and these are attached to larger dollar cases, okay, where the commissions are obviously a lot higher. Average case is between 10 and 20,000 of annual premium. He gives you some great ideas you can walk away with and use that afternoon. Number 3, okay, he agreed to come. He's going to be one of our keynote speakers. He agreed to come down April 27th to our annual Agent Expo. He's going to talk about unleashing the power of indexed universal life. He's got some awesome game-changing ideas. Now, this whole 3-part series was designed to get you up to speed for 2018 and closing out 17. So I promise you, after the 3-part series, you will thank me and you're going to say, Bill, when is he coming back? I promise you, the guy is that good. Okay, last but not least, we have our 2018 Levinson Annual Agent Expo. These are getting bigger and better every year. And like I said, Joe Ross will be one of our keynotes. The other one will be our Tony Robbins personal right hand, Michael Savage, will be speaking. He is awesome. Talks about motivation, basically changing your life for the better. Mr. Positivity, we call him. It'll be a day filled with sales ideas and concepts that, again, you can use to change your business. So it'll be an all-day Friday event. We bring in breakfast, lunch, snacks. We bring in dinner the night before for all of the out-of-town guests. This is free to everyone. Now, what we do, starting at just $15,000, we pay for a complimentary room at our beachfront resort in South Florida. And then at $40,000 and $50,000, we pay for a whole weekend stay plus gift cards, and then we pay for round-trip airfare from anywhere in the country. And all products under the Levinson umbrella qualify. Okay, so annuity, life, long-term care, all of the above. You do not want to miss our annual Agent Expo. We'll have over 200 agents and GAs in attendance. Great place to market, network, learn some new ideas and stuff that will change your business and your life with some new motivation. Speaking of motivation, we'll end with this. Every Tuesday, we have our Positive Tuesday quote on our Levinson Facebook page. And this is this past Tuesday, and I just want to say that, we hear about all these great products and sales ideas, and everything sounds wonderful, but if you're not in the right state of mind, we all know that's going to do us no good. I don't care how many designations you have after your name, what four-year college or master's degree that you hold. If you're not in the right state, you're going to get nowhere. I don't care if you have the best product in the world. So do whatever it takes. Pump yourself up. I don't care if it's CDs, if it's books that you like to read, if it's mentors you like to hang out with, whatever the case is. Even if you want to call us once in a while to get a little pep talk, that's fine too. We're going to end with this. No matter where you are on your journey, always surround yourself with like-minded people who share the same vision. Okay? If there's a negative person in your life, do away with them. Stay in that happy place, because your clients will also be affected, and so will your pocket. Have a wonderful rest of the week, a good weekend, great selling. Take care.